when I was in nursery, they introduced me to French, and that was along with like numbers and colours and animals and things. So when I came into primary school, they stopped that until primary 5, and then just carried it on through secondary school. So that was my first introduction, really, to languages. That's something that I missed when I came from nursery in the 5 years of primary school, and I didn't have any French. Although when it all came back to me in primary 5, you can think how many, like 5 years, it makes such a difference to language learning.
Yeah.
When we went to Paris as well, I wanted a cheeseburger, but it had all of this stuff on it that I didn't even know what it was. So I wanted to just order it with like just the burger and the cheese, and I didn't realise how much I actually knew about French. That just sort of came when I was put in that situation.
Well, the one that I always remember is I was on Twitter one day, and then I saw I was followed by someone who was French, and just reading through all their tweets and realising I could understand what they were saying, and having like little conversations, stuff like that, kind of basic conversations. That was just a really cool like moment to think, wow, I can actually in some way sort of communicate with other people. So that was really good.
We went to Paris in June with our school wind band, and me and one of my friends were handing out leaflets to advertise one of the concerts we were playing, and a guy was asking us about, like in French, he was asking us about composers and what we were playing, and like as I was telling him what we were playing, I was trying my best in French to do it, and when he heard one of the composers, he was like, j'adore that, and that name of that composer, so that was quite cool.
When I was in third year, we went to Spain with the department up in the school and to the teachers, and I just thought it was amazing how our teachers could interact and so effortlessly and naturally were able to speak Spanish. I just thought, I want to do that. You know.
During the summer there, I got the opportunity to go to Beijing for 3 weeks as an immersion course. It kind of made you realise how important it is to be able to communicate with people kind of globally, and I think that was a kind of big realisation for me that languages was something that you should pursue.
When I was in third year, I went to France with the school as well. I found it really interesting being put on the spot constantly.
I like learning about other people's culture and being able to
I like the fact that if I was to go anywhere, I would have like even a basic thing that I could just talk to anyone around, even ask them for like directions or what I want to eat at a restaurant or something.
If you're in an emergency, like abroad or something, that's always good to have the skills.
Yeah, like widens our skills for future job opportunities and stuff, and it's like a good thing to say that you know how to speak a certain language because it just sounds a bit more professional.
It's an addition to the CV.
Yeah,
I think learning another language helps you realise the complexity of your own language.
You learn a lot about current affairs, like in Spanish I'm learning about bullfighting, and we're learning, you know, about nuclear energy and French and stuff like that, so it's good to learn, you know, about current affairs and broaden your horizons.
Yeah, just my message would be just to keep it in the curriculum, make sure that it is taught, because it is really important, especially with the way the world's sort of more connected now, sort of globalisation and stuff like that. It's good to tell people from other countries.
Yeah, I think that we should have more resources in some ways. Like sometimes we don't, like our classes are really full, and sometimes there's not enough time for the teacher to see all of us, so maybe if there was, I don't know, another teacher to take a class, and that would be really useful for us because we'd be able to get more one-to-one help with the teacher.
Definitely make the class sizes smaller if possible.
We would really appreciate that.
And I think that we should have more opportunities to use our languages, because whilst we've been in German, like doing the subject, we've only really used it to our teacher and done exams and stuff like that.
I know from experience that speaking with a native speaker is a big help, because even on the French exchange, and obviously our correspondents were French, and it just, speaking with them was completely different to having a conversation with a teacher.
Yeah, exchange students would be a good idea.
I think it would also be really good if languages could get taught to people from as young as possible.
Yeah, it's easy to drill it in at an early age, because that's when you're most likely to pick things up.
I'd wish it came in at like primary 1, because I've only got 2 languages and I'd like to have a lot more of them.
Also, I think languages shows the place we have in the world. Like, education right now is all kind of focused on are we a Scottish citizen, but I think we should focus just as much on being an international citizen.
You should help promote different languages and make them part of school life as well, like have a more variety of languages to learn.
Yeah, right at the I'd
like to learn more languages, like I don't know, like
Japanese,
Arabic, Japanese and stuff.
So I think it's quite beneficial to everyone, really, to have that diversity.
You can only speak one language with one type of person, like one type of country or something like that. But if you know more languages, like French or Urdu, Punjabi or Chinese or something like that, then you could speak in other countries. You could speak their language and surprise them instead of just speaking English and making them speak English with you.
Generally, if Scotland were to become independent, then they probably want people who could speak lots of languages, who could go out to other countries and say, look how amazing Scotland is.
The more languages you know, the better it is.